Hey Spurs fan! We're back with another exclusive video and the hottest updates for you. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button so you never miss any news about the San Antonio Spurs. Let's get to the news. As the San Antonio Spurs ride the roller coaster of the season, could the pressure on Victor Wembanyama to adapt be the turning point for both him and the team? After a scorching start, the Spurs are now facing challenges, and it seems opponents have zeroed in on slowing down their star. With Wembanyama's three-point shooting lagging behind last season's numbers, will he rise to the occasion and reclaim his sharp shooting form, or will the mounting pressure continue to hold him back? The San Antonio Spurs, riding high on an exhilarating start to the season, are now facing a reality check as they begin to cool off. After an impressive beginning, the pressure is mounting as opposing teams shift their focus to neutralizing the rising star, Victor Wembanyama. What was once a roaring engine of offensive prowess has now become a challenge, with several teams successfully employing strategies to slow down the 7'3" phenom. How will Wembanyama adapt in the face of this newfound defensive scrutiny, and can the Spurs maintain their competitive edge? Delving into the numbers reveals a startling truth: Wembanyama's three-point shooting has taken a hit, with him falling behind his previous season's average of 8.8 attempts per game. In the first 8 games of the season, he struggled significantly, converting only 23.6% of his three-point attempts. Yet, this isn't merely a case of poor shooting. Teams have begun to swarm him upon receiving the ball, often employing double or even triple teams to contain his scoring. Thankfully, the Spurs are reacting swiftly, adjusting their playstyle by getting the ball out of Wembanyama's hands quickly and moving it around the perimeter to find open shots. As coach Greg Popovich and his staff analyze these dynamics, they must be wondering, can the team continue to evolve, or are they at risk of being outmaneuvered? Historically, the Spurs have thrived on adaptability and innovation, traits that have defined their approach to basketball over the years. With Wembanyama's unique skill set, the team initially relied heavily on his ability to dominate in the post. However, as defenses tighten, the Spurs are forced to rethink their strategy. They've found success in offensive rebounding, capitalizing on the confusion created by defenders who commit to Wembanyama, allowing others to sneak in for crucial putbacks. The Spurs' ability to adjust to the evolving landscape of the league will be pivotal in determining their success this season. Can they replicate the fluid movement and collective scoring that once made them a title contender? As the Spurs navigate these challenges, the implications for their season are profound. Wembanyama's increasing aggression from beyond the arc, coupled with a rise in his two-point attempts, is crucial for keeping defenses honest. Averaging 13.6 attempts inside the arc and drawing 7.1 free throws per game suggests he is evolving as a player. His recent performances against teams like the New Orleans Pelicans and the Chicago Bulls illustrate that he is willing to adjust, taking 9 three-point attempts in those games. With his shot looking better and quicker feeds leading to high-percentage dunks, the Spurs may just have the recipe for success. But can they consistently harness these strengths to fend off the defensive schemes targeting their star? The upcoming games will be a true test of their resilience and adaptability, setting the stage for what could be a thrilling continuation of the season. As the San Antonio Spurs navigate the challenges of the season, the adjustments made by Victor Wembanyama are likely to have significant consequences for the team's future. Should he successfully integrate a more aggressive three-point shooting approach while maintaining his efficiency in the paint, it could open up new avenues for the Spurs' offense. This evolution could not only help the team regain its early momentum but also elevate their standing in a highly competitive Western Conference. A balanced scoring threat from Wembanyama would force defenses to reconsider their strategies, potentially leading to more open looks for his teammates and a more dynamic offensive unit overall. Reactions from the Spurs coaching staff and players have been optimistic as they witness Wembanyama's growth. The front office is closely monitoring his development, understanding that his performance will be pivotal in determining the team's trajectory this season. Meanwhile, analysts and former players have weighed in, suggesting that the pressure on Wembanyama is a double-edged sword. While it may hinder his immediate performance, it also accelerates his adaptation to the rigors of the NBA. The market for young talent is fierce, and as Wembanyama continues to evolve, his value to the Spurs could skyrocket, making the franchise a more enticing destination for potential free agents looking to join a rising contender. Looking ahead, several scenarios could unfold for the Spurs depending on Wembanyama's continued progression. If he can consistently knock down threes and efficiently score in the paint, the Spurs might find themselves in playoff contention sooner than expected. Conversely, if teams can effectively neutralize him, the Spurs may struggle to find their rhythm. As the season progresses, the stakes will only increase, and the Spurs will need to capitalize on Wembanyama's evolving skill set to maintain their competitive edge. With much to play for, the upcoming games will be crucial in shaping the narrative of this season, setting the stage for what could be an exciting finish for the young franchise. What happens when a rising star like Victor Wembanyama declares he can no longer play alongside a veteran like Harrison Barnes? This bold statement not only raises eyebrows but could also shake the very foundation of team chemistry within the San Antonio Spurs. As tensions rise and expectations soar, how will this dynamic impact the locker room and the team's performance on the court? Let's dive into the implications of Wembanyama's words and explore the potential fallout for the Spurs organization. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Antonio Spurs. In a surprising turn of events, Victor Wembanyama, the highly touted basketball prodigy, has made headlines with his bold statement about his future on the court alongside veteran player Harrison Barnes. Wembanyama's declaration is not merely a reflection of personal preference but a deeper insight into the dynamics of team chemistry and the evolving landscape of the NBA. As one of the most promising talents to enter the league in recent years, Wembanyama has set high standards for himself and his teammates, seeking an environment that fosters growth, innovation, and competitive intensity. His refusal to share the court with Barnes suggests an underlying desire for a partnership that aligns more closely with his vision of what a winning team should look like. Wembanyama's comments can be seen as a commentary on the generational shift in basketball, where young players are increasingly vocal about their needs and aspirations. The NBA has witnessed a trend where rising stars demand not only playing time but also the right fit both on and off the court. For Wembanyama, the decision to distance himself from Barnes could stem from a perception of differing play styles or a philosophical clash regarding how the game should be played. In an age where analytics and advanced metrics dominate discussions, players like Wembanyama are keenly aware of their potential and the impact of their teammates on their performance, leading them to seek partnerships that enhance their own abilities rather than hinder them. Moreover, Wembanyama's statement underscores the importance of synergy in basketball, where individual talent must harmonize with collective strategy for success. His assertion could indicate a desire for teammates who share a similar work ethic, ambition, and understanding of the game. As he steps into the professional arena, the pressure to excel is immense, and Wembanyama recognizes that every choice he makes, including who he plays alongside, can significantly influence his trajectory. This revelation invites speculation about the future dynamics of the team he is part of and how management will respond to his desires, leading to potential shifts in the roster that could redefine the team's identity. As the season progresses, the implications of Wembanyama's stance will undoubtedly reverberate throughout the league, prompting discussions about the nature of teammate relationships and the evolving expectations of young athletes. His willingness to speak out demonstrates a growing trend among players who prioritize their careers and personal brands. The NBA landscape is shifting, and with Wembanyama at the forefront of this transformation, his story serves as a reminder that the game is not just about talent, but also about finding the right context in which that talent can flourish. The basketball world will be watching closely to see how this narrative unfolds, as it may set a precedent for future generations of players who aspire to carve their own paths in the league. The escalating impacts of climate change pose a significant threat not only to the environment but also to the very fabric of communities, such as those in the Spurs region. As temperatures rise and weather patterns become increasingly erratic, the delicate balance that sustains local ecosystems is jeopardized. The Spurs, known for their unique biodiversity and vibrant landscapes, face dire consequences as rising temperatures lead to prolonged droughts and unpredictable rainfall. These shifts not only disrupt the natural habitats of countless species but also threaten agricultural practices that have been the backbone of the local economy for generations. The loss of crops and livestock due to extreme weather conditions can lead to food scarcity, driving up prices and putting immense pressure on families already struggling to make ends meet. Moreover, the potential for increased flooding and severe storms adds another layer of complexity to the climate crisis in the Spurs. As the climate warms, the atmosphere can hold more moisture, resulting in heavier rainfall during storms. This phenomenon can overwhelm drainage systems, leading to flash floods that devastate homes and infrastructure. The aftermath of such disasters often leaves communities in disarray, as they grapple with the financial burden of repairs and recovery. The psychological toll on residents cannot be overlooked. The constant threat of climate-related disasters creates a pervasive sense of anxiety and uncertainty, diminishing the quality of life for many. This cyclical pattern of destruction and recovery not only strains local resources but can also lead to a decline in community cohesion, as people are forced to prioritize survival over collaboration and support. In addition to immediate environmental challenges, the long-term implications of climate change in the Spurs could exacerbate social inequalities. Vulnerable populations, including low-income families and marginalized groups, often lack the resources to adapt to changing conditions. When faced with the consequences of climate-related events, these communities can find themselves disproportionately affected, as they may have limited access to emergency services, financial aid, or recovery resources. This inequity can foster a sense of helplessness and frustration, as those already marginalized are left to bear the brunt of climate impacts without adequate support systems in place. As the climate crisis unfolds, it becomes increasingly essential to address these disparities, ensuring that all residents have the tools and resources needed to adapt and thrive in a changing world. Finally, the repercussions of climate change extend beyond the immediate community, affecting broader ecological systems and economic structures. As the Spurs region grapples with its changing climate, the interconnectedness of ecosystems becomes evident. The decline of native species, loss of biodiversity, and shifts in local flora and fauna can have cascading effects on tourism, a significant economic driver in the area. Visitors are drawn to the natural beauty and unique landscapes of the Spurs, but as climate change alters these attractions, the region risks losing its appeal. This could result in decreased revenue for local businesses and a downturn in job opportunities, leading to a vicious cycle of economic decline. Ultimately, addressing these climate challenges requires a holistic approach, one that not only focuses on immediate adaptation strategies but also fosters resilience and sustainability for future generations. The Spurs must come together to confront these pressing issues, recognizing that collaboration and proactive measures are essential to safeguard their future. The opinions of the club's supporters are as varied and vibrant as the colors they proudly wear, each voice contributing to the rich tapestry of the team's identity. For many fans, allegiance to the club is not just a matter of choice, it is an inherited passion, passed down through generations like a cherished heirloom. They often recount tales of their first games, filled with the electric atmosphere of the stadium, the roar of the crowd, and the unbreakable bond formed with fellow supporters. These experiences shaped their unwavering loyalty, fueling their hopes and dreams for the team's success. Whether celebrating triumphs or mourning defeats, these fans embody a unique resilience, turning every match into a communal ritual that transcends mere sport. Amidst the fervor, there exists a palpable sense of expectation. Supporters have high hopes for their club, often expressing opinions that reflect both optimism and skepticism. They analyze each player's performance, scrutinize coaching decisions, and debate strategies over coffee or in the stands, their discussions laced with both affection and frustration. Some fans are vocal about the need for change, advocating for new talent or tactical shifts they believe could elevate the club's standing. Others champion the existing squad, arguing that loyalty to the players during tough times is just as crucial as celebrating their victories. This dynamic creates a vibrant dialogue within the fanbase, where differing opinions coexist, sparking passionate debates that can last long after the final whistle. Moreover, the social aspect of being a supporter cannot be understated. For many, the club is a social lifeline, a place where friendships are forged and communities are built. Fans often gather in local pubs or fan zones, sharing their thoughts about the latest match, exchanging predictions for upcoming games, and reliving memorable moments from seasons past. This camaraderie fosters a sense of belonging that transcends geographical boundaries. Supporters from different walks of life unite under a common banner, creating a familial atmosphere that is both welcoming and inclusive. The rituals of pre-match gatherings or post-match analyses become integral parts of their lives, knitting their experiences together in a shared journey, regardless of the highs and lows that the club may encounter. Ultimately, the heartbeat of the club lies within its supporters, whose opinions and emotions shape its narrative. They are not just passive observers, they are active participants in the club's journey, infusing it with their hopes, dreams, and, at times, their frustrations. The stories they tell, the songs they sing, and the banners they wave all contribute to an enduring legacy that defines what it means to be part of this football family. As the club continues to evolve, one thing remains clear: the voices of its supporters will always resonate, echoing through the stands and across the years, reminding everyone that the essence of the game is not just in the scores, but in the hearts of those who cheer from the sidelines. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about our San Antonio Spurs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video, Spurs fans.